I kid you not, there's so much hype going on in my gaming life that I don't have time to process it all. But I have been summoned. Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for visiting the channel and going out of your way to click on this video. I am Raito Sensei, the Light Warrior, and yes, we are back with another nostalgic gaming video for you guys. Today I want to talk about two games. Both of them are in the same series. And I wanted to talk about, my experience with this series and, the controversy that's going on currently. But these games, they also play a big part in, video games that I played in the past that got me through some very tough times. The hype that I got from it, the music, the story, characters, all fire. But this gaming series or gaming franchise, however you want to call it, it is loved by many, but at the same time it is controversial, not because of what goes on in the game. It's just because of how the company publishes and develops these games, and they don't have so good history of these games. I mean, the history is good, but at the same time, they have their ups and downs like every other thing. Not everything is going to be perfect all the time. But today, I want to talk about... That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will be talking about the Assassin's Creed series, but more specifically, I want to talk about my most favorite Assassin's Creed games. There are two in particular that I want to talk about. That's Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, I really do like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I can't say I like Assassin's Creed Origins because I haven't actually finished the game yet, but I played enough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey to say, I really like this game. But do I find it to be just as much of a favorite as Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3? No, I don't. Is it a good game to me? Yes, it is. But again, I like those other two games more. Another AC game that we're going to be talking about is one that I honestly been waiting for a few years now, and it's out. By the time you see this video, the game is already out. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, I will be talking about that game in a little bit. Well, I'll be talking about it in this video. Before we get into that though, we're gonna be talking about AC I was about to say AC Origins. I mean, we're gonna talk about AC3 and AC Revelations. I'm mostly going to be talking about AC3 though, because as much as I do love Revelations, I don't remember enough of it, if that makes sense. I'm going to start with Revelations first, simply because, again, I don't remember enough of it. But what I do remember is the golden character of Ezio. Obviously, Ezio is without a doubt one of, if not the #1 fan favorite of the of the Assassins in all of the games. He's definitely like a top 1 pick. But also, to be honest with you, it isn't just about Ezio and the character of the game. It isn't just him that makes, Revelations or, the game with Ezio in it loved by so many people. It's the whole game, bro. Like, we all know, for any Assassin's Creed fans out there in the community, we all know what Assassin's Creed was before they changed up the whole RPG and gear system and all that stuff, right? In my opinion, I honestly feel like what made might as well say the AC prequels, what made those games loved by so many people more than the current Assassin's Creed games now is probably it's probably the simplicity of damn near everything in the game. What I mean by that is, let me give you an example. Okay, current AC games now, there's a whole gear system, right? You got the headgear, the chest piece, the legs, boots, whatever, weapons, all that stuff. Yeah, the previous AC games weren't like that. It was simple, it wasn't, it didn't have anything to do with combat stats or a skill tree, all that stuff. It didn't have any of that. It was just simple. The same goes for the combat system. Okay, you got this whole skill tree with a gazillion abilities and stuff. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that there's that. And then you look at the previous AC games and it wasn't like that at all. Again, it was very simple. Like, just look at the current combat system and look at the current fighting in Assassin's Creed, and then look at fighting in Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3. It was simple, but the simplicity of it didn't make it any worse. It didn't make it worse. Like, bro, the animations that you will see in the game, they was effing wild, especially Assassin's Creed 3, which I will get to, I will get into that in a little bit. Now, I'll show you one clip. I'll show you one clip from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and this is my gameplay first of all, because I have been recording Assassin's Creed Shadows. I will be making a series on that, but just look at a clip from AC Shadows. And then look at a clip that, you know, I just pulled up from YouTube. I don't have rights to this clip. I'll put the link and all of that. I'll put the name of the guy who did this or whatever. But just look at my clip of AC Shadows and then look at their clip of AC3. Ow. Okay. Now, yes, I was showing those clips to make a comparison, not to like talk down on Shadows, because I just started playing the game and I only have a few episodes recorded on it. But all I'm saying is, you see the big difference between an older AC game like AC Revelations or AC3, and then you look at a game, look at the fighting combat system in AC game like Odyssey or Origins and even Shadows. See, here's the thing: when you look at both eras, okay, you have the older AC games and then you have the current, most recent and newer AC games. Is that with the current AC games, you know, you have the traditional, nothing too much. Like, you have the traditional combat system, usually like with all the like kind of button smashing, but not too much button smashing. Like, then you have like a skill tree that enables you to use like a variety of abilities that enables you to use other combo strings, if that makes sense. It's sort of like a Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order kind of mix. But then when you look at the older AC games, it makes you think, like, is the older AC games like vastly, like, when it comes to the combat system, is the older AC games so like vastly superior to the current one? See, here's my reason why I feel like the older games with when it comes to the combat system is so damn superior to the current ones. Like, okay, check this out. In the older games, the combat system had this crazy feature. Like, you already seen it in the clips for AC3 from, you know, the other YouTuber. Link in the description to that video. But they had this crazy feature. It was so damn good, man. That, like, it's like, if you time it right, like if your senses are like at 100, you could create a whole kill chain animation, like, no matter how many people are there. Like, just look at this shit. Like, you really couldn't look me dead in the face and tell me that the older AC games didn't have so much freedom and so much creativity with the combat system. Like, it really did not make sense in a good way though. And the shit was so damn smooth. Like, no matter what you do, like, it was smoothly transition into another combat animation. Like, what the reasons why you're seeing more clips of AC3 other than Revelations is because I just feel like AC3 did the smooth animations and the kill chain animations so much better. And that's the next part of the video that we about to get into. AC3. I damn near love everything about AC3. Okay, it wasn't just about the combat animation either. The characters, the music, the history, the fact that, like, well, first off, I already like the fact that the entire AC universe just takes place in like real life history and real life events and stuff like that. But at the time of me like playing AC3, which I have to say this, like, in many of the videos that I make that are just like this one, not in the same topic, but it's like this one, like reviewing, you know, older games that are my favorites or whatever. While everybody was playing like the next gen consoles and stuff like that, I was still on the Xbox 360 playing some of the older games. But at the time, you know, the same time I was playing AC3 was the same time I was learning about the world history and history of the Revolutionary War. Like, the time that I was playing AC3 was the same time that I was learning more events. Like, I was in a world history class during the time, and I was learning a lot of things, and I was learning a lot of events that further expanded the history of, you know, George Washington, the Revolutionary War, like Battle of Lexington, the shot that was heard around the world, Boston Tea Party, whatever stuff, all that kind of stuff. That was one of the reasons why I loved AC3 so much, because like I said, like same time I was playing that, same time I was learning it. Like, when I saw like some of the events that I saw in the game, I was like, oh shoot, I learned this in class. That's crazy, man. That's just what made me like the game more. That's what made me more interested in it. Now that I got that out of the way, let me talk about the MC of the game, Connor. I kid you not, that is my #1 favorite assassin in the entire series. I don't care, you can hate me, I don't hate me, love me or hate me, Connor is my favorite assassin in the game. As much as I know that I'm going to love the characters of AC Shadows, I just can't put them over Connor. I'm sorry. Now here's the thing, I think I can nearly perfectly explain why Assassin's Creed 3 is the best game. I'm gonna make it quick because I don't want this video to be too long, because if I'm doing a video on these games, obviously I'm going to do a series on them in the future. But here's the thing, okay, Connor is not just your average assassin, all right? Like, bruh, let me keep it a buck with you. The stats and the capabilities of Connor is insane. His abilities are insane, dog. Like, first of all, off rip, like, this nigga is a fucking unit on the field. First off, Connor is the one nigga out of all the assassins where in the trailer there's a war going on and the opposing team walks away while this nigga goes the opposite, and like, nigga, what? And then this nigga proceeds to go on an XP farming session to go and try to 1v 100 fucking redcoats. Like, no, scratch that. He didn't try, he did. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. Like, the trailer was not lying when they was showing Connor being an absolute assassin powerhouse, because like the same shit that he was doing in the trailer is the same shit that he does in game. Well, here's the thing, the more that I talk about Connor, the more I talk about his story arc, the more I talk about how great Assassin's Creed 3 is, because his story arc is also one of the things that makes him like the best assassin. Like, and even the universe outside of Connor, the story outside of Connor, the plot, everything is what makes the game like the best game out of the 3, in my opinion, at least. Because first off, you don't even play as Connor when you first play the game. Like, nigga, my reaction when I first played Assassin's Creed 3 was effing golden, because like I said, at first, you don't even play as Connor in the beginning of the game. No, you play his father first. Now, I don't remember his name. He was a great character. He is a great character, but I don't remember his name. So we're just gonna refer to him as Connor's father. But you would think that because it's an Assassin's Creed game, his father would be an assassin, right? He will play out as an assassin. Like, he was moving like an assassin. He wasn't talking like an assassin, but you know, the way he handles missions, he would be an assassin, right? Hell no. You come to find out that you're actually the bad guy because you're playing the character who is actually one of the founders of the fucking enemy.
Give me your hand. You are a Templar. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
Yeah, get this. In the original games, like in the prequels of AC, okay, there's two factions, all right? There's the Assassins and there's the Templars, all right? The Assassins are the ones like obviously they're the ones who takes out the bad guys, the one who are abusing power or trying to take control of the world or whatever. But yeah. And then there's the Templars. Now, I'm gonna have to explain it this way. Basically, the Templars are the Illuminati. Let's just put it like that, okay? I'm not saying that they're exactly that, but like if you know the conspiracy theories and stuff like that about, you know, the secret society that takes control of everything, that's basically what the Templars are. That's their version of it. See, the Templars are basically the ones that, you know, like I said, they're the elites. They're the secret society that takes control of history, take control of all economy, power, money, all of that stuff. And it's up to the Assassins, you know, to take the fight to them, not head on, because they're assassins. That defeats the purpose. But that's why they go out and, you know, take out the political figures or the most powerful people, powerful figures, or anything like that. Like, if you're a big fan of the conspiracy theories, play Assassin's Creed 3. I kid you not, you will not be disappointed. I'm gonna rephrase what I said earlier, saying that, you know, your father is one of the founders of the Templars, because if that was the case, then why does the Templars date all the way back to during Ezio's era? So clearly I don't remember the entire plot or the entire lore and story of the Assassin's Creed games, but I do know enough to get like the general idea of what it's about. But yeah, anyways, let's just say Connor's father is a Templar and he recruits other partners to be part of the Templars, and you find out by you find out when you meet another assassin when you get a little bit older, and then before then you find out that your mother is killed by one of his partners. And then throughout the entirety of the game, you have this, you start to learn things about both factions, because now there's a philosophical and ideological battle between both factions where there's many things that make sense about both of them. Connor in game has an immense battle with himself. Like, I kid you not, with all the stuff that has happened in his story, not to mention that he used to fight with George Washington, first of all, and then he comes to find out that George Washington actually stabbed him in the back. I had to put it that way because this video is already being long enough, so I had to put it this way to make it short. Because if you want to understand the entire story and plot of Assassin's Creed 3, I'm gonna do a series on it after, you know, I'm finished with these other series and stuff, because I already have enough content going on as it is. Okay, maybe not. I might do it anyway. Now, that's all I could really say about the Assassin's Creed series or Assassin's Creed 3 until I actually do a series on the game. And I probably would do a series on Revelations too, and I might do a series on the first Assassin's Creed game too, if it ever comes to that, because I literally never played the well, I have, but I don't remember. Like, I only played as far as the first mission, like, really. Now, there's also another reason why I made this video, and I'm going to talk about this before I end the video. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yes, by the time you see this video, Assassin's Creed Shadows is already out, and I'm already recording and doing the gameplay on it. But the quick thing I want to talk about is the fact that I waited years for this damn game. Like, I see the developers create all these titles with Assassin's Creed taking place in different cultural settings, but they never done one in Japan. And I was just waiting for that day to come, and that day is finally here. But before that day came, there's been a lot of talk and controversy and negative feedback about the game. Some are understandable, some are valid, and some just make no damn sense at all. And I'm gonna go over a few of those. First of all, I feel like the only reason you should be feeling controversial, or you should have negative feedback about the game, is if the game does not respect the Japanese, or it doesn't respect the Japanese culture or the history of Japan. That should be the only reason why. and the other, probably the other reason is about political reasons as well. When it comes to that, I could understand why a lot of people were, you know, giving negative feedback about the game at the time before it was out, but the other reasons just didn't make sense at all. Like I heard so many comments about, you know, Assassin's Creed Shadows, talking about how, you know, you know, the game just doesn't make sense with the characters and shit and taking place in Japan. Well, first of all, that's bullshit to say. Like, again, if you ask me any reason other than, you know, the reason of political issues, politics, and not respecting the Japanese culture or the history of Japan, I can totally understand. You're 100% right on that. But any other reason, like, except those, bullshit. Let me tell you why. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I did not hear anybody make crazy complaints about an Assassin's Creed game until Shadows. Okay, nobody said anything about a Viking being an assassin. Okay, nobody said anything about Valhalla. But no sooner Shadow comes out, and I'm not even gonna make this a racist thing. Okay, we can leave that out. We can leave that out. Obviously, I could if I wanted to, because like I said, I mean, no one said anything about Assassin's Creed. No one made a crazy complaint about an Assassin's Creed game until Shadows, and it just so happens that like AC Shadows has a black guy in the game. But then again, we can leave that out because I wasn't thinking about that at first, but it would just make sense. But again, I wasn't thinking about that. It is crazy to me that, you know, this game was in development for the past several years now, right? Probably not several, but like a few years. And, you know, people already had complaints about it. Like, you haven't even, the game hasn't even been out yet. You haven't tried the story yet. You haven't tried the combat system, any of that. So you can't even make a solid complaint unless it has something to do with political issues and not respecting the Japanese culture or the history of Japan. That's all. Like, literally, at least with me, for the past couple of Assassin's Creed games, I haven't heard anyone make crazy complaints about Assassin's Creed games. Not even Origins, not even Odyssey, not even, hell, the only complaints I heard from an Assassin's Creed game was probably Mirage. That was pretty much it. But the only complaint I heard anyone make about Mirage is the combat system. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I haven't heard anything. Then Shadow comes out, oh, everybody wants to talk bad about it now. Come on, man, really? I will say this too, and then we can end it here. But I can understand why not everybody, but I can understand why a lot of people prefer the prequels, like the earlier Assassin's Creed games, than the current ones. I can understand why, and I'm actually one of those people. I actually do prefer the older Assassin's Creed games than the current ones. And I mean, obviously, because I'm making this video about it. But yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, but I mean, you can apply this to any games. Like just, y'all don't really have to talk down on the game so bad unless it is really necessary, you know. Like, it was understandable, like back then it was very understandable when Call of Duty Infinite Warfare first dropped this trailer, because we already had enough of the rocket boosters and futuristic stuff, and it was kind of a wrong time to put that out. I can totally understand that. Same thing applies to, you know, Assassin's Creed. You know, I think a lot of people are getting, you know, just over the RPG and gear system, all that kinds of stuff, and they just would like to go back to the roots. I can totally understand that. Yeah, but that's all for this video of Nostalgic Gaming. I forgot to say the intro for that, but did I don't remember. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows series is coming out, and I probably will do an Assassin's Creed 3 series soon. Not too soon, but I'll do one. Thank you guys for visiting the channel and going out your way to click on this video. I'm Right to Cincy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.